Willpower does not work. Let me explain it to you in a way that isn't complex, in a way you can understand, okay? If you've been trying for such a long time to accomplish a long-term goal and you just keep stopping halfway, you look back over the years, you're like, damn, I'm in my 30s, I'm in my 40s, and I still haven't done this thing. It's probably because you're using willpower. And willpower doesn't work because you're trying to make yourself do things that you don't have any feelings for. You're like, I don't feel I need to do it, but I'm going to have to do it anyway because that's, I'm going to just use willpower. It's finite, okay? Here's how it actually works. If you need feelings, right? Constantly, you're like, I feel excited. I feel happy to do this. I feel expectant. I'm always excited to do this thing. Well, you can do it infinitely, right? But you do need to know how to generate that feeling. And here's how the feeling is generated. First of all, it starts with facts. You have to see things. You have to experience things. You have to see that factually and experientially, this thing can be done. By seeing this thing being done by other people over and over again or expressing itself within your environment, you come to generate the belief, right? Belief is where it comes from. If you don't believe in something, there's no reason why you should feel that you're going to do it, right? So you believe in it, in that particular thing, and that belief leads to a feeling. And the primary feeling that you want to have is the feeling of anticipation, the expectation of a positive outcome for the thing that you desire. That's what you want. You want that anticipation. But when you rely only on willpower and you don't have the feeling, don't get me wrong, you generate another feeling. And that feeling is anxiety. It's the expectation of a negative outcome, an undesirable outcome in the future. It isn't fear of failure. It isn't fear of success. It isn't, because fear is basically a reaction to a very clear and present danger. It is something, I'm afraid of something that is right here in front of me. You cannot be afraid of success and afraid of failure. Success and failure have not happened, right? And if you are experiencing failure right now, you're not going to be afraid. You know what's happening to you. Like, all right, cool. I failed. I'm failing. It is what it is, right? So what you are feeling most of the time is anxiety. And that anxiety comes because you don't have the belief. And you don't have the belief because you are not good at gathering the facts and engineering a life where there are facts around you. You are spending time in an environment with people who are giving you the wrong fucking facts. You're spending time on an algorithm that isn't giving you the right facts. You're just like, oh, this makes me feel good about none of it is based on reality. Oh, this person looks good and talks good, so I'm just going to believe what they say. I'm not going to look at a journal. I'm not even going to Google it. I'm just going to send that reel to somebody, and I'll just make more people believe in that thing. You're busy gathering bullshit facts, and then you're generating feelings from them. People are doing it right now with politics, with everything. Stupidity, foolishness. And then you wonder, when you see other people who are crushing it and who are consistent, you're like, how are they able to do it? Because they understand. They understand how to create anticipation. Every day they're excited about winning because that's the feeling that they have. They constantly have belief. Belief can be engineered. You need to learn how to do it. This is just a tiny part of what I do at Elevated Recovery, right? I help executives, successful men, entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs too, right? I help them overcome their compulsive behaviors. A lot of compulsive behavior like pornography addiction, sex addiction is really what I focus on. But a lot of that is just symptom of some deeper issue. And the deeper issue usually has to do with some belief or the other, some form of self-talk, right? And so I've had to become very proficient at teaching people how to get out of those compulsive behavior. Compulsivities, I can't stop it in spite of the negative impact it's having on my life. But the byproduct of that is success, right? Instead of going to sit with my therapist and by the hour, and I've been going to my therapist for years, but it seems like I'm going deeper and deeper and deeper into my problem. No, I want you to end your compulsive behavior. I want you to free yourself of your I got an anxious personality, anxious attachment. I want you to free yourself from that stuff. Free yourself from it. Stop identifying. Stop labeling yourself. Free yourself from it, and don't just free yourself from it. There's something we call defining your reboots. Define the life you want to have and go out there and fucking live it, my brother, my sister. Go out there and do it, but you got to do the work. And those of you who are dudes, guys, I got something for you. Some of you are so filled with shame, right? Shame that you're carrying from your childhood. Right? Just, I feel like I'm a bad person. Something is inherently wrong with me. I'm broken on the inside. That's why I can't do this. You're looking at other people and you're going like, hey, they're just different from me. They're different. I would, but, I could, but I would like to, but I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. All of that is rooted in shame. And I want to explain something to you. I was telling this to my clients last week. Shame and pride actually go together. Right? Shame and pride go together because pride is that feeling that you are better than others, right? It's holding a high opinion of yourself, right? Compared to other people. You can't just hold a high opinion of yourself in a vacuum, right? You need to see other people. You need to have a reference point and context for what other people have accomplished in their life. And then you're just like, well, I'm proud of myself because I know other people can do that shit. Or I know that I am in an echelon, I hate that word. I know I'm in an echelon of people. I don't even know if I pronounce it right. I know I'm in an upper echelon of people who can do these things, and other people can do it. So I hold a high opinion of myself. But guess what? When you don't feel that you are worthy of being loved, and you are worthy of being loved. I want you to know that, okay? When you don't think that you can be forgiven for the things you've done, for the things you've watched, for the thoughts you've had, when you don't think that you are worthy of that, and you start thinking, nobody can help me. Yeah, I hear this guy in his car talking, blah, 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 but he can't help me. I'm not going to forgive myself. Nobody's going to forgive me for that. Then you are fucking prideful. Why? Because you hold a high opinion of yourself. You think that nobody can help you. You think that nobody can free you from this. You think that nobody will understand you and connect with you. And thus, you do not seek out connection, the opposite, as some say, of your addictive behavior. Because of your fucking pride. All of you guys, right? And this goes to former clients of mine too. I ain't ashamed that they're former clients of mine who've gone out there and they've slipped because they left the program too early. Little rants on those guys, right? And it's only pride. They're just like, I'm ashamed to say that I didn't pay attention. You just take it as further proof that you are broken, further proof that something is wrong with you, right? So, gentlemen, ladies, learn how to engineer belief into your life so that you can build that powerful emotion of anticipation on a daily basis. One last thing I forgot to mention. That emotion, those two emotions, anticipation and anxiety, each of them creates something as well, right? That's the way the world works. Something begets something, begets something, begets something, right? Anticipation creates power in you. Anxiety robs you of your power. Powerlessness. Think about it. Just think about it for a second. Anytime you're anxious, do you feel empowered? Do you feel powerful? Do you feel capable of doing anything? And when your primary emotion is anxiety, you're done. Even here's a simple example. If there is something that is coming up in a week or two that you find yourself constantly anxious about, you're waking up in the morning, you're about to brush your teeth, and you remember that thing, and that feeling of anxiety comes up, how efficient are you during the day? Not that efficient, because you have lost your power. And that feeling seeps into every area of your life and infects it. Even when you may have proven to yourself that that which you were anxious about was not worth being anxious about, the events came and went. The after effects of bombarding yourself over and over and over with anxious feelings, it does stay. It stays within you. So it's so important that moments to moments, we must release ourselves from these things. right? On the other hand, anticipation creates power, excitement, energy, right? If we were to dive into epigenetics, it even changes your gene expression, right? I don't listen to these people who are just like, you need 8 hours of sleep. You need from a very young age. When I say very young age, I mean in my 20s. I was like, I don't believe in those things. Why? Because the feelings that you bring up in you and you express over and over and over again will change the way that your body responds to its environment. And finally, the science is out there when it comes to that. When it comes to what you can do at certain age, what you can believe, the things you can accomplish, what your body is capable of. Again, I am so excited about this. This is what got me into the realm of behavior. These are the things that freed me from many of my compulsions, my behaviors, my bad habits. And these are the things that have brought me success and have allowed me to be able to look at other people's lives and instantly be able to go in to diagnose. And I don't mean diagnose in a medical way. I'm not a medical professional. Please speak to your licensed medical professional or therapist before seeking help with me. Just a guy on the internet in his Porsche. What the hell? I don't know what this is, right? But would love to help you, right? If you ever want my help, click on the link in the bio or send me a DM. I'll be honest with you on the DMs. I'm just tired of foolishness in my DM. So I may or may not respond. I'll be honest with you. I don't need the money. It's not like, oh, get in the DMs. I'm going to sell you shit. There's a lot of dumb people in my DMs. So, you know what? Just use the link. Don't DM me. I don't want to talk to you. Unless you're a friend, use the link in my bio. And it will be wonderful to get on a call with you or get you on a call with one of our trauma-informed professionals, one of our team members, and support you. I'm Jakey, your brother in this struggle. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode of Porn Reboot Coach in the Porsche. I'll speak to you later on in the week.